Hey there, gorgeous guys. Version2 here with State of Play. PlayStation thing. I didn't know this was happening. As you can tell, it's I haven't streamed or put up a YouTube video for a while. Hi everyone. This is me. This is what I look and sound like. Life confusing right now. People moving out of my place, getting all that set up. So no videos haven't been for a while. Still going to be a bit before they come back properly and stuff like that. So I'm going for deliberately messy look today. That's fantastic. But I have enough time to do like a fucking 21 minute. This is a really short State of Play. Wasn't the last State of Play like 40 minutes or something? I swear the last one was longer. I swear the last one was longer. But I have enough time to do one of these because it's a react and I was gonna do it and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna do. I had no idea this was happening today, because I apparently always miss when these events occur. I swear it must be a case of they're announced right before I go to bed and before I wake up in the fucking morning they start taking place. Because I always miss when these things are starting to happen and things like that. Obviously got no idea what to expect from this. In any capacity. I've got Tifa up here because I'm obviously always hoping for some Final Fantasy VII news. Even though I know we're not going to get it. Beyond that, what is PlayStation? Bloodborne 2, let's go. It's not happening. Bloodborne Remaster, let's go. It's not happening. What else is PlayStation? I don't know. Because it could also just be not PlayStation stuff that they're just paying the money to be advertised to be like, hey, but it is a PlayStation thing. It's amazing how many people think certain games are exclusives because of where they were announced. For like State of Plays or the Xbox things or the Nintendo things, and they're not exclusive. Just one person paid to show them off and stuff like that. People thought that about Devil May Cry 5 because it was originally shown off for this Xbox one, and it wasn't anything else like that. Don't point out that it's like 2:30 in the afternoon and I'm drinking alcohol. Life doesn't have to make sense when things are going on. Twitter's not cringe. What are you talking about? Twitter's not cringe. I do have Twitter. I'm on Twitter very frequently. I'm on Twitter all the goddamn time. I don't know how I miss these. I really don't. Again, I swear it must just be a case of, like, because my main thing for Twitter is I wake up in the morning and I Twitter if I wake up early enough for before work, which wasn't today because it was an early work day. And I usually don't use Twitter towards the end of the day because I'm getting everything set up for the next day, plus like showering and getting stuff ready for bed, or I'm too absorbed playing video games if I've got spare time. So I feel like just they must always announce their shit between that period of, like, it gets announced and goes live in the period between me settling down and just playing video games and then going to bed one night and then me finishing work the next day. So I don't know what to expect from this, but we're going to watch it and find the fuck out. Yell at me about volume. You're always allowed to, well, in general, you're allowed to yell at me about volume. I'm always really bad at this, but especially for this stuff, because I swear every single time I do one of these, it's always too quiet. So I'm going to crank that shit up. Loud. Oh, yeah, it is loud. Or at least it's loud for me. Gotta turn it down ever so slightly. The year 2043.
I am Ivy the android. I'd like to share today's dinosaur forecast. A dinosaur outbreak will soon occur.
Dinosaur forecast? Excuse me, what?
Has been evacuated, and a team of exofighters has been dispatched.
Dinosaur forecast?
A vortex warning has been issued.
What is happening?
Please remain indoors.
What's happening? What is happening? Anthem 2? Yeah, let's go. It's raining dinosaurs. Hallelujah, it's raining dinosaurs. Boom Sharknado had dinos. Wait, is this fucking Dino Crisis? Wait, is this Dino Crisis? Wait, excuse me, what?
I make a sensitive situation.
I've never played any of the Dino Crisis games, but they are Capcom, right?
All I wanted was to be IBS's top pilot.
IBS's latest dinosaur forecasts and exosuit technology were able to keep human casualties to 0.
There's a Velocidromes? Future of Space Monster Hunter. Dino Crisis is Capcom, but how it...
proceeding under the guidance of the next-gen AI, Leviathan.
It's a dinosaur game. How's it not Dino Crisis if it's Capcom? What?
Meanwhile, IBS continues to recruit candidates to become new exofighters. Humanity's greatest hope.
Is this fucking EDF Dino Crisis? That's what I mean. That's what I mean. This is EDF Dino Crisis. Different characters, giant swarms of them, multiple multiplayer. This is EDF Dino Crisis. Exoprimal. Wait, what the fuck just happened?
Another exofighter recruit, right? Welcome to IBS.
What the fuck just happened? What the fuck was that?
State of Play returns with more announcements and updates for your favorite
Dude,
games.
it's an EDF, but it's got dinosaurs and
We
more
just
than
saw
10
the
frames
debut
a
of
second.
Exoprimal, a brand new IP from Capcom. It hits PS4 and PS5 next year.
I've got to say, I'm
Next
excited.
up, let's get some eye-popping updates for
I'm
some
like
fan
genuinely
favorites launching
excited for
soon.
that. You could have given me a million guesses of what we would have seen today, and I wouldn't have guessed that fucking EDF Dino Crisis would be here in any capacity, or in the future in humanity in any capacity. But I'll fucking take it. But I'll fucking take it. Dinosaurs come to town. Every card will have fucking 50 dinosaurs on it. Okay, one question I have about Ghostwire Tokyo. Because I've gotten my Ghostwire Tokyo's mixed up on this, my wires mixed up. Is Mikami still working on this game? Because I know when we first saw this, it was Mikumi, and like they made a whole deal about this being her first like directorial debut. That like after Mikami, like basically trained her and stuff like that, and she left this project. Last I heard, Mikami had as well. Is Mikami still working on this? Because if Mikami's also left this, that's very concerning for its development. That like that many high-profile people have left. I mean, maybe Mikami's still working on it. It still looks good. It still looks good. It still definitely looks good. Okay, it's very soon that that's like very soon. That date must have been announced before and I missed it. Oh, well, Fields of Grain, you can tell it's Stranger of Paradise. Don't get me wrong, I definitely want to play this game, but I want to do Final Fantasy games on stream for the first time. I want to do Final Fantasy games on stream for the first time, and I don't... This is so loud! So loud! I don't have the time to play that on
Later
stream when
today,
it comes
visit
out.
PlayStation Store
So
to
I'm
download a
saving that
new
for some
demo
point in
for
the future.
Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin.
Speaking of
Now,
dumb
let's
goofy
jump into the
bullshit,
world of
very,
Forspoken with some
very
all-new
much
gameplay.
Stranger of Paradise.
It is quite beautiful.
It's been a while since I've seen a game embrace the bullshit the way
everything here
that
wants
Stranger
to
of
kill you
Paradise
kind
has.
of way.
Like, it seems so absurd and stupid, but it feels so fucking earnest when it does it that I can't help but love it.
You know I'm a world changer.
Also, have we seen this lately? Forspoken? Maybe we have. I don't know. Irony is deadbeat cringe, ironically. I am cringe, but I am free. Okay, you've got to hand it to Square. Sure, they've got a lot of fucking concerning things coming out lately. There's definitely a number of projects that Square have released and are upcoming where they are focused, where they are definitely trying to be like a premier action fucking game company. Which is ironic because they worked with Platinum, the people who were fucking, the premier action company, and they work together to make Babylon's Fall, and that it looks like one of the most boring action games ever fucking made.
I'm on top of the world.
Like, you look at this shit, you
Let's
look at
finish
FF16, right? You look at 7 remakes and stuff like that, and it's just like, oh, even Stranger of Paradise, honestly, and it's just like, they're fucking going for it. I'm interested in this appeal for being a pure mage action game, which doesn't happen often. But the prototype comparison I can definitely see. I can definitely see the prototype comparison. Though that feels like more action.
That was a new look at the sprawling
great.
PS5 adventure
That
Forspoken
looks
from
great.
Luminous Productions. Let's check out some 6v6
Like,
action in Gundam
that's the type of
Evolution.
game that I'd probably
a
pick up and play on my own
fast-paced
time.
multiplayer
Don't know
shooter
if it's,
coming to
like, as much of a
PS4 and
specifically a
PS5
stream
later
thing,
this
but
year.
that's definitely like something I'm excited for. Like, Forspoken's has always been in the back of my mind. It's just like, yeah, Square announced that, and I keep forgetting about it. But that genuinely looks sick. I don't like if we've seen action like that in Forspoken trailers before this. I don't remember that, but that looks really good. I've never watched a Gundam. I've watched Gurren Lagann. I've never watched a Gundam-branded Gundam show. So is this Overwatch Gundam? Because I imagine the Gundam fans have just the wettest genitals at this. Hero Shooter is not a genre expensive for a Gundam game, but it's not a bad idea. It 100% makes sense for a Gundam game. But the thing is, the Gundam fan base is diehard enough that they will try any Gundam game. They will. They're not gonna always love them or like get a following, a big passion around every single one of them, from my understanding. But Gundam fans are a dedicated fucking fan base. Like there's a lot. There's so many fucking Gundam games. There's so many fucking Gundam games. But yeah, a hero shooter Gundam makes so much sense. Again, there are people out there who are just torrential right now. You watch Gurren Lagann? It's one of the few I'm not someone who's watched a shit ton of anime, but I've watched Gurren Lagann. If you like Gurren Lagann, go play or watch my LP of Wonderful 101. Past statuses of one Jonathan Bell. I've also watched Kill la Kill. I have not gotten around to Promet. I have not gotten around to Promet. I'm not at all familiar with the old, which is the bullshit one, which is the bullshit old TMNT game. Isn't that Turtles in Time? I thought Turtles in Time was the bullshit one. That's a lot of them. Holy shit. Holy shit. All these classic collection things that are coming out are so sick. Like Capcom Fighting Collection and stuff like that. Like if you can make those collections of old like classic retro games and they play and perform well, that's always a great thing to see. Apparently the Castlevania ones are kind of iffy, which kind of sucks. Mech Anime, I've watched Disco Gaius and the Big O. I'm not sure how much either of those count. I'd say Gaius counts. I'd say Gaius counts. Giga Bash. That looks like
Kaiju
it's
Brawler
going to make
Giga
great
Bash comes to
streamer
PS4
content
and
for people who
PS5
have
later
multiple
this
people
year.
around them.
Next,
Godzilla
a
Battle
fan-favorite
Royale?
fighting
Was it
game
Battle
makes
Royale?
a beautiful and bizarre return.
I figured it was a tower fall, those things. Saw a circle. What is happening? What is happening? What? What? That's Stone Ocean! Yeah, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, it's all-star battle! It's all-star battle with the anime VAs! Acto 3! It's the anime VAs! Is this a new All-Star Battle? Is it just a remaster of All-Star Battle? And they've just updated the VAs to be the anime ones? It's All-Star Battle! It is All-Star Battle! All-Star Battle R. Cute. SBR. Cute. I like it. I like it. 50 characters! How many did the first one have? I swear the first one capped out at like 30 or 35.
Our next 2 games will take you beyond life and death.
So is that just an updated version of original one? I don't think it's the way it's called R. I don't think that's a fuck. All right, sorry. I know we're watching a thing here. I'm rewatching this. I need to know what the fuck is happening. I still haven't watched Stone Ocean. I don't know when the next episodes of Stone Ocean are coming out. I don't want to watch the first 12 episodes of Stone Ocean and then have to wait months before the next ones come out. I want to watch it on a week-to-week basis the way I've watched all the others. I want JoJo to be a part of my life for the anime for a really long period of time. I don't want to binge it. So I don't want to start watching the first 12 until I know when the next ones are coming out. Begging me to watch from the bottom of my heart for Promare. No, I definitely want to watch Promare. I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't watched Stone... I have yet to watch Stone Ocean, and I literally have a Jolene figure. This came in yesterday. Literally yesterday, this came in. This is the new Bandista one. I've been wanting a Jolene figure for so fucking long that isn't a articulated figure and isn't ugly as sin or really tiny. So I forgot I pre-ordered this, honestly. But this came in I wanted to know, I interrupted watching you to come watch you. Hell yeah. Could be a bunch of things, but it would be better than Jump Festa. That's not hard. But yeah, like if I haven't gotten around to watching Stone Ocean, then yeah, Promare's a bit of a ways off. But also she's got the birthmark on her back, and I'm very tempted to get that as a tattoo. Jolene's my favorite character, in case you're wondering. If you don't know, Jolene is my favorite character in all of JoJo. I haven't read part 8 yet. Steel Will Run is my favorite part, just overall. Steel Will Run is still my favorite part, and I do think that part 4 beats out part 6 as an overall thing. So part 6 would be my third favorite, but Jolene as a character is my favorite character in JoJo. So, which is also ironic that I haven't watched it yet. Watch on Discord with us either on I was looking we can experience your reaction firsthand. Anime LPs? Would I get in trouble for that? I don't know. Especially considering we're announcing it on stream. I don't know. The game design of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R reinvigorates the experience with adjustments to the fighting tempo and the addition of hit stops and jump dashes. Oh, okay. So it's basically like an updated version. I mean, they do that all the time in fighter games where they release like the updated, like the Championship Edition or the EX Plus Alpha or whatever the fuck that they do. So it's one of the up ones or something like that. You wouldn't publish it? Is doing it or is I have no idea what the legality is of even just screen sharing anime on fucking Discord is. I have no idea what that's like. I have no idea. Especially considering again we're announcing it on stream here. I don't know. I have no idea what that's like.
Here. Next, a fan favorite fighting game makes a beautiful and bizarre return.
See, if I heard fighting game and bizarre, I would have known what it was, but I was too busy talking about Gigabash. Sorry, it's JoJo. I have to rewatch it. I know there's the rest of this, but I gotta rewatch it. I love that it's the anime VAs. I love that it's the anime VAs. That's so good. I still gotta play Ice of Heaven. I always saved Ice of Heaven was always something I was saving for streaming. Having Bruno's voice actor is so good. Bruno's voice actor is so good. He becomes one of the best characters in the animes just because his voice actor does Bruno so fucking well. See, it's been so long since I've played All-Star Battle. But like, I can't tell any immediate differences here. It's also a fighting game, so I'm terrible at it. That makes me very excited though. I do stand by. A fighting game is not what I want JoJo to be. I don't want a JoJo fighting game, like, the most. What I want, and it's not just because it's my favorite series, and I just want everything to be my favorite series, genuinely to make it feel the most like a part of an
Our next
anime.
two games will take you
the way
beyond
the
life
rest
and
of them
death.
do. What I want is a JoJo Yakuza game. JoJo Yakuza. Like, the structure of a Yakuza game, but JoJo would make the game feel the most like watching a season of the anime. It would. Like, with just the specific way that they do it. A fighting game is not the place for it. Don't get me wrong, I get the desire to want a JoJo fighting game and stuff like that, right? Like, I obviously get why fighting games are the natural thing for it. But if you want your JoJo game to feel like a new pod, like a game exclusive pod, you make it a Yakuza game. Because then you can do whatever, right? You can fight whatever fucking stands you want. You can have stand battles that you fight throughout the story that are their own completely unique minigames. Because that makes sense for Yakuza and also can be a completely unique thing for, like, you can fight stands that don't have to be specifically combat-based stands, which is a big part of the anime. Is a big part of the actual parts of JoJo, right? Like, you have a look at part 3 and how many people say that one of the best fights in that is fucking Derby. And it's literally a game of poker. Right? So, a JoJo Yakuza game would let you have the freedom to both make stand fights whatever the fuck you wanted, and it would all make sense because Yakuza changes gameplay style with its minigames all the time. Even just like the style of how Yakuza do their cutscenes would suit JoJo as well. But you could also just have, like, the walking around town and having sub-stories that are just the wacky side adventures. Because sometimes the parts of the animes just have wacky side adventures that don't have anything to do with the main plot. Especially something like Part 4, which Part 4 is the obvious example of, like, how do you make a JoJo one.
In an endless
Because it's
cycle.
literally hanging out in a town.
Fighting. Dying.
Excuse me, Returnal?
Returning.
What?
Always the same.
I gotta get back to
Always
this.
changing.
Just waiting for space to clear up on the schedule.
Astra, I'm not alone. Not anymore.
Huh? Oh, yo! Yo! Oh, let's go!
Now I stand before the endless
Fucking
tower.
co-op Returnal?
I climb.
Oh, that is
as
so
Sisyphus
sick.
did, pushing the boulder upward.
Oh,
No matter how high I climb,
oh, that's so
the
good.
challenge begins again.
I might be getting spoiled into the later parts of Returnal right now, but I'm not going to recognize it by the time I get back into the game, so...
But I fight on.
Unless this is
through
new
the
shit.
infinite,
Unless this is new shit.
seeking answers. Seeking ascension.
Is this just co-op, or is this also new? It's all new stuff?
My release is within this tower.
They really are treating this
And
like a
I
proper
will
fucking
find
roguelike, aren't they? Just over time, fuck it, here's a whole new section of the game. How many roguelikes over time just go, fuck it, here's an entire new section to continue? Returnal Ascension, holy shit. Yo.
Housemarque is bringing campaign co-op and a mysterious new survival mode to Returnal Ascension, a free update hitting this March.
Free? Yo.
It's almost time to sign off, but before we do,
Yo.
let's get a first look at 2 brand new games coming from Square Enix.
That's amazing. 2 more games from Square Enix? Square Enix only had 2 games in this. Jesus Christ.
Is this really what you want?
And you are certain that what we are doing is best for the people of the kingdom?
Yes. I suppose it would, in a sense. True.
This isn't 16, is it?
It made me wonder. Am I
don't
still
remember
that
enough
same
about
person?
this to know. That is a hype combat.
The era of myths gives way to an era of great turmoil. The continent was ravaged by the devastating war between the Empire and the Alliance. However, one nation remained unaffected by the chaos.
Don't say
the
Empire.
Kingdom of Alatane,
Kingdom?
Ward of the August.
The Alliance, the
destined
Kingdom,
to
and the
have its
Empire?
soil stained with the blood of battle.
It's Final Fantasy, 3 houses.
We've finally been called up.
We're up against the Empire's main army.
We are to eradicate every last Imperial
Final
who comes
Fantasy,
ashore.
3 houses, let's... Oh, for fuck's sakes! That was a joke!
You will die.
That was
really
a
have such a
fucking
yearning
joke?
for war?
I was joking!
Can't comprehend it.
I was joking! That it literally is just Final Fantasy 3 houses. Did it even change the colors?
So then,
Oh, I think
what
Alliance
shall
was
we
like
do
slightly
now?
green instead of yellow, but
We're
still.
going to retake it.
This is our chance while they're all assembled. We should send our best and crush them.
That's right. All the more reason to avoid bloodshed.
Are you sure it's not
It
turn-based?
also likely means that we're in danger.
Are you sure it's not turn-based? Those are a lot of very
I
fucking
suppose it is the only
still-standing
way for us
people.
to survive.
That's a lot of still-standing people where one person takes turns to attack the other person. The Dio Fields Chronicle. Square Enix name a game normally challenge. Oh, it's impossible? Oh, okay. Forspoken, I guess. Final Fantasy 3 houses. Got it. A bunch of people are moving to attack a designated target. I'm still calling it Final Fantasy 3 houses. I'm still calling it that. It's literally just the Alliance, the Empire, and the Kingdom. Are you fucking kidding me?
If the will to fight still lingers within you, then accept my offer.
The colors are the same. Come on. No, I didn't do my homework and I copy off you, sure, but just don't make it obvious that you copied. Oh, yellow's not green. Hey, what was this I said about Square Enix wanting to become the premier action company? What was this I said about Square wanting to become the premier action company?
Valkyrie,
Because they're still doing it.
heed my words.
They're still doing it.
Ragnarok tears our world asunder. All we hold precious lies on the brink of annihilation. Become my tool of intervention and save this world from
It's like
ruin.
Automata did really fucking well, and Square since then have just gone, we should make the action in a lot of our games be as good as Automata. I mean, hell, even the remake of Replicant, you can see that. And this is a thing that we're meant to already know, or a property I have no idea. It looks like it's Square Enix, like I can tell that. Oh, Valkyrie. Okay, I don't know. I don't know the Valkyrie games. That would be why. I don't know the Valkyrie games. That would be why.
Your efforts to remain undetected are lacking. Reveal yourself.
Oh my god, she's got Dragoon
Who are
armor.
you?
She's got Dragoon armor.
That's all for today. We'll see you soon with another State of Play.
Square had 4 games, and none of them were Final Fantasy 16 or Final Fantasy Remake Part 2. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Wait, did they have 4 or 3? I'm losing count now. I'm now losing count. No, Stranger of Paradise, they had 4. Stranger of Paradise, I forgot about that one. They had 4. Square Enix had 4 games in this. 2 of them were brand new announcements. I'm assuming the Valkyrie one was new. I can't imagine it'd be the final trailer if it wasn't new. It's just, like, I'm sorry, but it's just.
However, one nation remained unaffected by the chaos. The kingdom of Alatane, ward of the August.
It's fucking Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's just Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's just Fire Emblem Three Houses. Okay, I see lineage on that one. Did the other one say?
The continent was ravaged by the devastating war between the Empire and the Alliance.
Coexist.
However,
it's there's only so many words for country, I guess. They're fucking color-coded the same. They're color-coded the same.
The continent was ravaged by the devastating...
Like, I mean, even this, like you have the name Hresvelg, and then, I mean, like, I know this isn't the same, but like...
war between the Empire and the Alliance. However, one nation...
Roatile, Leicester, kind of similar
remained
sounding.
unaffected by the chaos. The kingdom of Alatane.
And then Alatane and Vargas.
Ward of the
like, they sound like they're from similar inspirational, like, they sound like they're inspired similar and stuff like that. It's fucking Fire Emblem Three Houses. It just is. It just is. Like, there's no way this wasn't inspired by Fire Emblem Three Houses. Even the way it's panning over the map and highlighting them in their colors and shit, like the opening fucking cutscene of Three Houses does that. It's Final Fantasy 3. It just is. It's exactly that. Nothing else. People in the Discord said there was like, yeah, there might be like one interesting thing here. There's not like a whole bunch of, yo, let's go. Actually, no, there's a couple. This was exciting. This was very exciting. It's not like a super hyped of, yo, I'm gonna get everything here like the last Nintendo one was, where there was just so much stuff like that. JoJo, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, JoJo, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But like a fucking EDF Dino Crisis. You know, come either Three Houses Empire because the keyword is unity. Yeah, it's a bit hard to have that when a bunch of them mild spoilers for Three Houses, Planet Insurrection, stuff like that. I've like barely scratched the surface of the Black Eagle strength. That's all I've done in Three Houses, in case you're wondering how far I am into the game. Yeah, like I've never played Dino Crisis, and I've briefly touched EDF, but the idea of an EDF Dino Crisis is so fucking funny to me that this is amazing. This is amazing. Ghostwire Tokyo is still looking good and stuff like that. It's just a game that I haven't seen super much about until today. Stranger of Paradise looks like it's leaning in exactly what it is, and that's great. Forspoken is now on my radar. Like, again, Square Enix are really trying to push that action as being the action game company, and I'm totally fine with that happening. I'm totally fine with that happening. Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of my favorite combats just ever. It's obviously very different to just the raw action of something like Forspoken or anything like that, but still. Yeah, Forspoken's now on my radar. That's nice. Gundam is for the Gundam people. Fucking, again, it's not as far down on the list as EDF Dino Crisis, but yeah, having a re-release of fucking I was going to say Steel Ball Run because it's SBR. Having a re-release of All-Star Battle is wow. That's cool. That's so sick. I'm still gonna be terrible at it because it's still a fighting game, and I still want my Yakuza JoJo game that I know is never happening. Fucking co-op for Returnal is so sick. Like, it's a roguelike, it just so perfectly fits it. So that's really good. Final Fantasy 3 Houses is Final Fantasy 3 Houses. I'm already playing 3 Houses. I'm going to be playing it for roughly the next 4 years, so I don't need to get invested in yet another one. And the Valkyrie thing I don't personally know and stuff like that. But Jesus Christ, Square Enix, how are you releasing so many games? Do you want to cut out 1 or 2 of those and actually make part 2 for Final Fantasy VII Remake? No? Okay, never mind. This was good. I liked this. Where is she? There she is. Oh, there she is. Oh, I wanted to pause it on the Jolene, because Jolene's cool. I like Jolene. In case you can't, that's not Jolene. In case you can't tell, I like Jolene. I want to pause on the Jolene. Whatever. Yeah. Let's go. Final Fantasy 3 houses. State of play is a bit of a disappointment. This isn't like a blow my tits off, oh my god, 10 out of 10 everything. I liked this. To be fair, it's being very specifically my type of dumb bullshit in some cases. Capcom will save us next week. You're not getting anything from Capcom. You're getting more. You might get more. No, I was about to say you might get more footage on FF6, but no, that's not happening until summer. So it's going to be at E3 and stuff like that. Oh no, there's a Monster Hunter thing next week, isn't there? I'm not watching that. I'm not watching the Monster Hunter thing when it happens. I've definitely noticed that me watching everything that as it came out for Rise, lessened the impact that Rise had when I first played it. So for Sunbreak, I'm staying away from everything. I've watched like the announcement for it and nothing else. You can play Frontier now. Can you play Frontier without stolen servers and code? Because last I heard, everything that's currently playable for Frontier is based on stolen code. Like, stolen from people who had actually put in the work and hadn't put out a release yet, and then someone else did that. Has that been fixed yet? And also, I haven't even finished GU or Rise. I'm not ready yet to start Frontier. I'm not even close to that. But yeah. For JoJo LP win, I gotta do an LP of Eyes of Heaven as well, because Eyes of Heaven has an actual unique story. I'm pretty sure. Like All-Star Battle, the story mode for All-Star Battle is just repeating the parts of the anime. Like it's just that. Well, the manga, I guess technically, because when All-Star Battle came out, I think part 3 was in the middle of the anime coming out, and that was it. And even then, I'm not even sure. Because it was like a middle lifetime PS3 game, I think. Actually, this is pretty sick, because this means that All-Star Battle is no longer stuck on the PS3. It means that, because it never came out for PS4. All-Star Battle was always a PS3 game. So it's actually no longer stuck on that console. Yay! Yeah, I'm pretty sure the story mode for All-Star Battle, unless this one changes it, is just the parts of the anime. And it's just like a couple lines of dialogue between each fight. And stuff like that. A one-off thing might be fun, though. It's a fighting game, so I'm going to be bad at it, though. But I'm pretty sure Eyes of Heaven has a unique story mode. Like, I'm pretty sure the story mode for Eyes of Heaven is a unique one. Like, it's not just any of the parts of the anime. It's a unique story. So that would be, like, a worthwhile LP at some point. Something JoJo's got to happen. You know what JoJo has to happen? JoJo Yakuza. My God, it would be perfect. It would be so perfect. It's just... Like, if there is a fantasy dream project that I could just will into existence, like, if anyone ever asked me, what is, like, the one game, fuck every bit of logic, fuck how much it would sell, or anything like that, if you could make one game exist and be made as a thing, what would it be? My answer would be JoJo Yakuza. Because, oh my god, and I don't want a JoJo Yakuza that's just one of the parts of the JoJo made into a Yakuza game. I want it to be a unique story with a unique main character and unique stance and stuff like that, because otherwise it would just be I'm playing a Yakuza game with a story that I already know. So yeah, if I had a dream game that could exist, it would be a unique new part of JoJo made as a Yakuza game. But anyway, I am out of here. Me and Jolene are gonna say goodbye. So bye, Jolene. Look, it's an actually good fucking figure of Jolene. It only took Stone Ocean getting animated for one of these to start fucking existing. It was also ridiculously cheap too. I had to look at the receipt for the email that I got for it as my receipt. It was like $40. Maybe I bought it off a different seller that was selling it cheaper than what it's meant to be. But it was a very cheap figure considering it looks way better than any other one and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm out of here. I'll see you all in the future. I have no idea when. Streams are weird at the moment. But I'll see you in the future at some point for something at some point in time. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'm out of here. And until then, this is Version 2, signing out.